We got Hyder Amil. He's going to be taking on Fernie Garcia. Interesting fight here. I mean, it's short notice matchup for Hyder Amil. He had a couple opponents pull out on him, so he's had some issues getting his first opponent for the UFC, but thankfully they've gotten him a fight on this date. 33 years old, so Hyder, I mean, making his UFC debut at 33, has to win here, and obviously he's going to be wanting to try to get some fights in back-to-back and maybe get into some higher level competition, but first fight, he's going to have to take out Fernie Garcia, who's moving up a weight class, taking this fight on like 5 days' notice. I don't know if the UFC gave him a new contract or potentially he feels, with 3 straight losses in the UFC, he's in a spot where he has to take this fight to potentially get another one. But that sketches me out a little bit. Like, I hope he's in good shape, taking the fight for the right reasons. But if he is, I think he has a chance to win because I'm just not super high on Hyder Amil. Hyder Amil is a tough guy. He comes in good shape, but I feel like he doesn't really pace himself the greatest. Like, he really pushes super hard in the first round, goes out there and throwing bombs to the wall, trying to knock you out, and really doesn't have the most technical striking, but really just tries to get in your face, make it a war, break you, and then eventually he'll either finish you or he'll kind of beat you down by decision. And he isn't really the most technical guy. Like, he can get caught coming in with punches. He can get caught with big elbows and strikes like that. He definitely has a good chin and a great will to win. But as you light him up, he gets even more and more sloppy. And even though, like I said, I feel like he has good conditioning, because of the pace that he sets early, he does tend to slow down a little bit as fights go on, even though he can push through fatigue and he's a really tough guy. And his wrestling, his grappling, I mean, seems like he has bad wrestling, but he's good at creating scrambles, super strong, and can kind of either work his way to top position where he has good ground and pound, or can kind of scramble back up to his feet. And I think, though, eventually someone's just going to take him down and dominate him. Probably most wrestlers that he faces at our UFC level have that capability. With Fernie, Fernie Garcia, he's a decent boxer who I believe has fought really hard competition in the UFC, so he hasn't really shown his exact level, but he does probably have the wrestling advantage. It's just with the size, with the short notice factor. Is Fernie really going to be able to come in here and wrestle for 3 rounds? I kind of find that a little bit hard to believe. And I think on the feet, even though Fernie probably has the technicality edge, she has a good lead hand attacks, like good jabs, good check hooks, decent counter striker. But I feel like he's not going to have that power to impact Amil and stop Amil from coming forward and making it kind of that crazy fight. And I don't think he's going to have the cardio to take advantage late if Amil slows down, and I don't think he's going to have the cardio to wrestle for 3 rounds. So if this was a full camp Fernie, potentially this could be different. But with the current circumstances, I just feel as if Hyder Amil is going to be able to pressure here, probably defend a few takedowns, maybe get taken down, get back up, eat some big shots on Fernie, but take them. And I think once he starts landing big shots on Fernie, backing him up, I don't know if he'll finish him, but I think he'll win pretty dominantly here. So I wouldn't be surprised at a late finish or a decision win here for Hyder Amil.